Hello everyone and welcome to SmartRepricer Basic Learning Series. Today we are going to continue to talk about our strategies, and from Create Your Own we are going to talk about especially how you can configure your strategies from the scratch. So our topic today from Create Your Own, we are going to create lowest price strategy together. So let's click lowest price. But let me give you some insight. What does that mean by choosing lowest price? So we can use this pre-configured strategy to compete with the lowest price sellers and on the listing regardless of fulfillment type. Alternatively, you can set minimum and maximum prices based on profit for listing assigned to this strategy. So let's get started to compete with the lowest price offer, but let's give some tips and also what does that mean by saying lowest price. So let's click continue. And then let's start to answer the first question. So first question will be like, if you are going to compete with Amazon, FBA or FBM, you will have always 6 options. You can price higher immediately. You can price lower immediately. You can match your price. You can win the buybacks, drop the minimum price. You can win the buybacks, drop price below competition, or you can choose don't compete. So when I'm going to compete with Amazon, I'm just going to price lower immediately, but not too much. It's just only 0.5. The reason is that in order to compete with Amazon, so if I am using Prime and if the Amazon price and my price is close, they can't even choose me, even though from the 0.5. So if the seller that I'm going to compete with FBA, I would like to choose match my price. So that's how I can still in the competition, and I will try to get the buybacks as much as I can. If the seller competing with the FBM, I'm gonna choose don't compete. I do not want to compete with FBM sellers. But these are the scenarios that the seller type, depending of the seller type, what kind of price changes you would like to see. So let's create another scenario. Maybe you are the only seller on the listing. There is no competition. So when there is no competition, you will have 5 options. So basically, you can use your minimum price, you can use your maximum price, you can choose do not reprice, you can choose to customize your price, and you can even choose gradually increase your price. So let's say between every 15 minutes to 24 hours, you can go up or you can go down. So I'm just going to choose gradually increase my price 0.5 in every 15 minutes. But let's say this time, buyback is suppress. In order to remove the suppress position, one more time you will have 6 options. You can use your minimum or maximum price. You can choose do not reprice. You can choose customizing your price. Below keep repricing. I'm just going to choose customizing my price from my minimum price when the buyback is suppressed. So that's how I will try to remove the suppressed position on the listing. And let's continue to add some additional scenario because it's never ends on SmartRepricer. So let's say when the competition is below your minimum price, you are in the competition. So you can choose to use your minimum price, do not reprice, but one more time, customizing your price. So you can go up from your minimum price, even they have catch you, or even they're like below your minimum price. And you can do this by choosing numerically or percentagely. So you can tell SmartRepricer I would like to go up 0.5. Or let's say when the competition matches your minimum price. So one more time, you need to decide what you would like to do from the price changes because you have been catch from the price section. So you can choose, all right, if they catch me, I would like to use my maximum price. You can decide your minimum maximum price, like price frame much more narrow. So that's how we can be sure, even if I'm going to, they are going to catch my price, I can still run away from that. And you can even create a sales velocity rule, such as you can choose the less than one amount and sales per week, and you can pricing up and you can choose by numerically or percentagely, and by doing so, you will be able to create velocity rules. Or you will have a chance to set rule based on stock quantity and stock availability. Maybe one of our user or all of our users is going to discover that depending of your when you start create your own roads, in the beginning, the questions are the same, and you need to decide, and you will have a chance to use all of the features on all, create your own strategies. And you can even use your maximum price when out of stock. So I'm just going to choose continue, because now we are going to answer most important question, because finally we have the buybacks. But one more time, in order to keep the buybacks and not to lose by my competition and competitors, I need to decide. So I will have 5 options. I can raise my price based on competition. I can raise my price based on my own price, and I can do that between 15 minutes to 24 hours. Or I can choose lower my price. Or I can choose do not the price. Or I can choose disable. So let me give you one tip. Even though we are using at the moment the lowest overall, I can still go up even though when I was the lowest, and even when I have the buybacks. So let me tell you and let me create one scenario. I have the buybacks right now. So depending of the that I have the buybacks, my competitor is going to change their price. Some of them is going to be under from my price. So in order to keep the buybacks, I can tell SmartRepricer, raise my price based on competition or lower my price too. Like that's how SmartRepricer keep your price lower than yours and above the price of your next competition who is eligible to win the buybacks. In this way, you can aim the maximize time you spend on the buyback. So I'm just going to lower my price, but not too much. Or I can go up, raise my price based on competition. What does that mean? SmartRepricer will raise your price to specific amount below the price of the next competition, whose price is higher than yours, and is eligible to win the buybacks. In this way, it aims to maximize your profit. So I'm just going to choose 0.5, and I would like to go up. So let's get continue and decide to talk about Sailor 365 bundle. Sailor 365 bundle, it gives you a chance to integrate with the other product of Tricots. If you are using Inventory Lab, you can integrate with SmartRepricer. All of your minimum, maximum, and cost information will be came through from Inventory Lab to SmartRepricer. Or you can decide to use file upload option. Let's get say you decided to use SmartRepricer and you were using some of the old Repricer program. All you need to do is that download your inventory, come to SmartRepricer uploads, download our templates, import your data, and uploads. But imported file needs to include your minimum and maximum price information and also cost information, because that's how I can calculate your profit and your ROI. But let's say you don't have any inventory lab integration, you don't have any file upload or Excel files. You need to decide your ROI based calculation or your fixed profit model. Let's say you're a bookseller that you can choose between 1 to 10. Or let's say you have a specific ROI based calculation and you can choose between 5% to 10%. So it just basically gives you a chance that in order to calculate all of your repricer expectations, I need what is your minimum and maximum return on investment for all of your inventory. Or you can even choose the fixed profit model too. So in here, in order to use Sailor 365 bundle power that I would like to integrate with Inventory Lab, because all of my minimum, maximum, and cost information will be came through from Inventory Lab to SmartRepricer. So I'm just going to choose and let us look what we have created. So we can name our strategies such as the lowest FBA products, for an example. And you will be able to also to write internal notes for your strategy. But basically, together, we have learned what is lowest price. So some of the user is going to be afraid sometimes when they hear the lowest, because they might have lost or they might have afraid that I'm going to make a profit loss. But it doesn't mean that even if you are the lowest, you can still gain in the competition and gain some profit and stay with that. So it's the strategy tab that we have lowest price, my minimum price and my maximum price with the power of Sailor 365 bundle will came through from Inventory Lab. My competition type will be the lowest overall, and when I have the buybacks, I will raise my price from 0.5. If you don't want to raise your price, you can be lowest or lower your price, but even if you are to lower your price, you still continue to earn much more profit. So that was the Sailor SmartRepricer basic learning series, lowest price, create your own strategy, special video. We have so many upcoming strategy video. Don't forget to follow us.